believe last week the wheel was pretty nice. Let's see what it gives us to start with this time. I wonder, Mega Man would probably get some kind of machete, I'm guessing. All items. But I don't want to get a flashlight. Fine. Okay, we got George, Mark, Paul. Okay, well, Chrissy's starting in a good spot, at least. I gotta remember to get... At least this one isn't a camp cleanup. I just have to get one of everything. So that's a lot nicer than it could have been. Alright, there's our knife already. Actually, maybe I should get... Yeah, I should go get the machete first. Who's he attacking? Yeah, this one isn't... It's not terrible, but... it's long. It's more of a... You have to take extra time to get the flashlight. Hey Majin, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Actually, let's wait. Actually, I don't really care if Laura gets bopped a few times. All I'm really trying to do here is get the machete from Pamela. Whoever's getting attacked, they can wait. They're fine. That's my thought too, not just Jason's. Something that isn't immortal or stone only. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love both of those challenges, but we see those so much. Like, I think I've seen immortal, like, probably at least double-digit times, like 10 or 11, and I think no map has shown up maybe twice. Like, why can't I get a no map? There we go, there's our machete. So we've covered knife, we've covered machete, we've got a vitamin, we've got a key, we've got a knife. Let's get George out here. Oh, man. I was gonna try to do this on the path, but... Clearly Helena's talking there, summon Jason. Hey Ghost, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I'm actually very festive right now. I got a new Friday the 13th hoodie. This thing is beautiful. And Friday the 13th pants. Can't really be, not flexible enough to show those off that much, but... When I was getting ready to come down here, my wife's like, geez, you're all dressed up tonight. Like, yes, I am. I am all set, wearing the proper gear. I got this note already. Let's pick up this knife so it doesn't bother us later. And we've actually... Oh boy, I forgot about that. Don't like the wolves. But now that we went up and down there, the axe will spawn after you've done a certain number of forest transitions. And if you follow the quick torch process, so we've picked up our axe. So axes are covered. I've got to remember to... I'm gonna forget about getting the flashlight, though. I should actually start doing that now, before it's too late. So let's see, I think this is... We got a knife, we got a machete, got an axe, got a torch. Yeah, all we need is the flashlight, the sweater, and the pitchfork, unless I'm missing something. Yeah, they were only $10 too. We were taking my my oldest daughter shopping for... She wanted to go to the shopping at the mall for her birthday. And so we went shopping, and there's this new store in the mall. It was like... The hoodie I'm wearing right now is actually $16. The pants were 10. I got another Friday another Friday t-shirt that was 10. She got like 6 6 different shirts, and the whole thing cost us 101 bucks. It was just, the prices on that place were absurd, and it's not like really low quality stuff either. At least maybe it'll all break after like 3 runs through the washing machine. But so far, it seems like the stuff is really good. Like, this hoodie is really, really warm, nice and soft. I'm not even bothering with Buddy Crow or anything. We're just trying to move here. Wait, I'm sitting there looking for the note. I need to be lighting fireplaces. Already brain not functioning. Yeah, we had one of the biggest malls in the state, and it's definitely a shadow of its former self, but it's still there. All right, who's he attacking? Mark. Okay, we're just gonna leave. Whee! All right, he's gonna run off and go into the South Forest. We're gonna switch back to Chrissy and continue lighting our fireplaces. I should be careful not to jump into it. Actually, no, there's not knives in this area. We're fine. There's another vitamin over here. I think it's a little more close to after this large cabin, though. Or before, in the vicinity. Oh, you had to leave early because they had a water heater being replaced? Hopefully that'll be good tomorrow when there's actually hot water. I think a water heater is kind of one of those things that you take for granted until it's not there anymore. We ran into that when our fridge died about a month ago. Where it's like thankfully my grandma had an extra little mini fridge that we were able to use that's down in the laundry room here. But every time we wanted to get something out of this little fridge, we had to go all the way into the basement, and it didn't hold a lot, so we had to throw a bunch of things out, and there's like not really a functional freezer. So all that fun stuff. But now we've got the new fridge, and it's very nice. Jason, you've got to stop. I'm trying to get a torch here. I mean, not torch, a flashlight. And I'm using Laura right now, which is wildly unacceptable. But we had to get the machete. Alright, into the cave loop. Got 3 more fireplaces. Yeah, you don't want to have that replaced on your busiest day. That would really hurt how many people are coming in. Big jumps. Big jump. The knife is closer to the door, so we'll just keep grabbing our vitamins. Alright, after this we'll have 1 more, and I gotta make sure not to leave the screen. I still remember, if you leave the screen, the flashlight will despawn. And I did that. I think Laura was either my 5th or 6th person to get the flashlight, and I went by thinking I needed 1 more cabin, and then it didn't come back, and I was very sad, and I had to restart an entire camp cleanup when I had already got the flashlight with all the slow counselors, and it was definitely Laura's fault, not mine. Thankfully it's not. It's just a normal LG fridge. Alright, there we go. Flashlight. Now we just need to beat Jason, we need to get the sweater, and we need to get the pitchfork. And we need to not jump into a knife. He's on the forest route, so we might be able to catch him over here. Yep, it's always Laura's fault. Oh yeah, the garbage disposal overheating, that's another bad one. When my wife and I had our first apartment together, we were not aware that you're not supposed to put apparently like popcorn kernels, like full unpopped ones in a garbage disposal. Because ours broke. And the maintenance guy came out to the apartment and he's like, oh, he pulled out the popcorn seed. He's like, oh yeah, this, it does something to the motor. And we're like, oh, we didn't know that. Sorry. Hey, Chris, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Welcome in, Chaser. Hope your Wednesday's going well. Ice Palace is the worst. By far the worst, unless you have Samaria. Then if you have Samaria, Ice Palace can actually be pretty good. But it's just so bad without Samaria that it's the worst. If you have Samaria, then Turtle Rock or Mire would be the worst. I almost got hit on a day one cabin fight. That would have been sad. Oh, it would be so cool to do a... like, if they could do a multi-world with a Link to the Past in this. And I would just I'd get everything out of this game before I did anything else, and then be like, okay, now we get the rest of the stuff. And well, maybe not. Maybe I could... well, no, I could still just beat Jason with stones. That wouldn't be that bad. I mean, it wouldn't be great, but I could still do it. Alright, this one's Paul. Alright, let's go get our sweater. That would be so cool to use silver arrows or like have a bow to hit Jason with. Alright, double dive on the third. 1, 2, here comes the double. Now it's all singles basically until, well, and then every 7 dives is a double, but effectively by that time, unless you're using rocks, Jason's gonna be dead, so watch out for knives. I'm gonna see if we can just meet up with him right about here. Not, yep, I did make it quick enough. Come back here. Now normally we just go wait, but since I'm not doing like, I'm not worried about it getting to be night here, we're just gonna follow him into cabins. Make this a little quicker. Yeah, I never understood why people get mad when they don't get their order. Like, do they expect you to skip over everyone else or to give you food that isn't properly cooked? Like, I'd rather wait and make sure what I'm getting is fresh and well and properly cooked. But maybe I'm just weird. We will be getting Pamela again on day 3. Gotta get that pitchfork. Jason, you gotta settle. That's fine. No worries. Alright. Now he's gonna be in the cave loop. And Chrissy is, of course, way over here. That's the wrong direction. So we are gonna run, hopefully, well, we might run into him once. Might have to swap over to keep any of the kids from getting it, but can't forget to get the pitchfork, because that is our last item. And now he's actually going to the left, even though he's running to the right. Alright, 2, 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. Now we'll repeat. 2, 3. Got it. See, last week, I could not do that fight to save my life. It went so poorly. And there, that's how it's supposed to go. It may be a little slower, but... Oh, beans. I think we're gonna... Well, maybe we can get there before 43 seconds. If Jason's not blocked by a crow or a zombie spawn, he'll show up at 43 and 33, and we got plenty of time. I think I've seen Waiting did Waiting have like Anna Faris and Ryan Reynolds? I didn't know they made anything beyond the first one. But I remember watching that one a couple times, assuming it's the movie I'm thinking of. You know what? We got the sweater, we got 4 vitamins, it's long dodge time. You have a 4-frame window, so 1/15 of a second to do your dodge when he stops in front of you. See, he was just in the cave route, so now he's going into the forest route. No buzzer, so we didn't attack anyone in the bottom cabin right here. But we should be able to still catch up to him in the forest. Yep. We'll go here. That's the wrong direction. And there we go. 1 out of 1 for challenges tonight. If we get this one again, we just respin. We don't repeat a challenge during the night. Yeah, if Jason was making my food, I would not rush him at all. Hey JR, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Thanks for the GGs, Chris. So let's see what it gives us now. No map. No map. No jumping is kind of like no map. Oh, this is the most physically painful challenge, though. Hey, Pops, welcome in. Hey, Sam, welcome in. Hope you're both having a good Wednesday. Thanks for the GGs, Majin. Sam, Vidbits, or Pops? Oh, no jumping sucks. I mean, I could do it where I just follow him around, but that is, like, over an hour. So we're gonna utilize a little game mechanic that we fight to the death. I do not know if my NES Advantage is right here. That's a lot of stuff that just fell over. The cords got all tangled up. Let's pick that up quick before I forget. Stop it. There we go. Yeah, I got my NES Advantage right here. Maybe after this run, I'll try it. It would be fun to try to do a NES Advantage run. Let's see. I'm trying to think of how long. If I don't screw up and die, a no jumping should be... maybe a half hour? Yeah, I'd like to see, like, I feel like the dodging with NES Advantage would throw me off so much because it uses the joystick. Like, I've watched Sconebone plays with nothing but a NES Advantage, and he does really well. I mean, I don't think I've ever used a NES Advantage in my life, but definitely after this, I'm gonna test the NES Advantage and see if it works. Oh, thanks, JR. Yeah, with no jumping, you can't get any items. It's just basically, and you can't get into if you get into a path fight, you're done. You can't hit Jason 160 times before he kills you in a path fight. So it's basically just killing everybody but one person, but 2 people. I leave Mark and Chrissy alive. I almost jumped there. So yeah, you kill everyone and then you just get into fights to the death in a cabin. So yeah, it's you're stuck with nothing but rocks. Who's he attacking? It's rocks only and basically cabin fights. I did do one of these previously where I just followed him around and threw rocks and then ran into cabins, and that took well over an hour. This one is so much faster. Hey Dimension X, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Oh, he's attacking Laura. We're just gonna let that go. Actually, it doesn't really matter. What we're gonna end up doing here is because Laura's still good. She's gonna be. We're gonna have to. Well, I think he'll stop attacking her here. Or maybe we can just go like this. Hey Jason, come here, hugs. See, look how he backs away. He doesn't want to give Laura hugs. But yeah, if anyone ever has any questions on anything in particular with how the game works, don't hesitate to ask. I will always share what I've learned. The more people, I found that once people figure out how this game works, they end up really enjoying it. And it has such a bad reputation where if I mean, I know it's not a realistic goal to have, but I'd love it if I could somehow be a part of reversing the stigma that exists around this game and helping people realize that, hey, this is actually a really good game. You just have to, they explain so little, and if you don't know what's going on, it's nearly impossible to figure out. So if I can help people learn how it works, and then they're like, oh well, this is actually a lot of fun now that I know what's going on, then I've done my job. There we go, finally. Takes him roughly, I believe, 1:55 to get around camp, and now here we are, 160 rocks to close out day one. These fights will get exponentially longer. Like here with day one, you can always get a couple hits per pass. Day two depends on his pattern, and day three, it's just like 7 or 8 minutes of dodging. And it starts to really hurt your hand right down there. Whoops. And the worst part is I can't really look away from well, I know, I guess we'll test that with science, see if I can actually look away during the day 3 cabin fights. I don't remember being able to look away as much. That was close. Yeah, we don't want Laura. She's in Crystal Lake is a better place now that she's... Why am I dodging so... I'm trying to dodge as he's leaving the corner like I would on day 3, but this isn't day 3. This is just day 1. I've done this so many more times where he's moving fast. I did it again. I was really lucky not to get smacked in the head there. I almost did it again. Now by the time I get to day 2 and day 3, I'm going to be used to this dodge pattern. And it's going to go poorly. One nice thing about this though is at least you have a rough idea, like you know how much health he has left. It's not like trying to do this in a low percent speedrun where he's on the path and you have to count the hits yourself. Because ideally you're counting the hits, you can get them down to like 20 left, and then you have enough health to just mash the rest of the way, and that saves a huge chunk of time, especially on day 3. Why am I dodging so early? The nice part about this though is this day 1 isn't physically painful, day 2 isn't too bad, but day 3 is just, it hurts. Not only that, like your eyes, like I don't really blink as much as I probably should because I'm too busy watching Jason. Alright, we're about halfway done with day 1. No jumping. Lorelei would either be like, yeah, a pack of ramen or a pile of garbage. That would be fun to see her. I mean, I could probably make a pixelated sleeping bag and a tree. That could be a misadventure. I mean, we already had the one where Jason threw a torch on her, at her through the window and started her on fire. Hey Jake, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Uh-oh. I did it again. Dodging way too early. There we go. Nope. Okay. We're almost done with day one. Hey Ghost, welcome in over on Twitch. One nice thing is Twitch does have things like the channel points, and it's easier to change your avatar because they have the, what do they call it, like a panel. I really hope YouTube does something to improve the viewer experience like that someday. Because that would be really nice to be able to have have an easy way for people to use things like channel point redeems without having to spend money. Like, I don't want to tie things like that to like super chats or memberships. I want people to just be able to do them because they were watching. I guess I could try to make mix-it-up commands with that, but mix-it-up has not been very happy about letting putting commands through on YouTube. Like, it's supposed to be have on like a 15 or 20 minute, maybe it's a 30. There's supposed to be a timer that goes through and talks on YouTube and says stuff on YouTube, but for some reason Mix-it-up does not like that. All right, here we go. Maybe that is a little sore. But it's right here, like this little area of my hand. Thank you. Yep, day one, usually not too bad. Day two, uh-oh. Okay, he's gonna be going to the cave route. But just in case, we're gonna run this way. Oh, thank you for the follow. Alright, so we're gonna go over... I almost jumped over that zombie. Oh, wait, I can kill them. I just can't jump. I was treating this like a, hey, you can't kill zombies. Now, assuming I was right, and... I almost jumped to get that. Yep, perfect, okay. I thought he was gonna be over here. Hey, Cabal, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Alright, so now we are gonna swap to Mark and bring ourselves more pain. Stretch out the hand a little bit here. 160 rocks. Gonna try to move a little to the side to see if that puts Jason in a better pattern here. That's one thing we, Slackinator was able to figure out. How Jason moves in cabins on day 2 is dependent on how far over you are on the floor. Like, if you move... I had found when I was doing low percent, when I was still practicing for doing cabin fights, where if I do like a little back and forth shimmy and it would break him out of his speedy pattern. And then Slack actually figured out that it's dependent on where you land or where you are side to side. Like last time I had this challenge, I ended up getting a really good spot where he sat in his very nice slow pattern like this for probably like a fourth of the battle before he sped up again. Yeah, it's the instinct to dodge early when he's going slow is just ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna scoot over a little bit more. There we go. Now day 3 is going to be the really difficult part. But Pops, if you're looking to see how the timing works on day 3 for those cabin fights, that'll be a great place to because it'll be 160 hits and probably like 200 passes because I'm going to miss a bunch of rocks. To see kind of how I time him leaving the corners and everything. If anyone's not familiar, Vidbits there, Pops has been speedrunning this. I was lurking today while it was a crazy day at work, but I think you got like was it a high 6 on Pamela power-ups? I remember hearing you say something about a sub 7. And I haven't logged into SRC to see if there were any new runs yet. Yeah, 654. That'd be 4th? I think. Where's that 3rd? Either 4th or 3rd. With Pamela power-ups, you have to beat Pamela in addition to Jason every day. Why couldn't we have the cabin theme here? Alexa, yeah, let me know when it's posted if I haven't already got to it. I have that was a bad dodge. I have a touch of OCD, and I mean I've had that all my life, but I do not like if I see a run up there, I will verify it. Like if I see that red notification dot on SRC, I will verify the run as soon as possible because I don't like seeing it. That's one of the more tame things that my brain requires me to do. The worst one is probably I cannot do things in odd numbers. It has to be an even number. Because I listened to the song 1 by Three Dog Night as a kid, and when he said 1 is the loneliest number, I felt bad for the number 1, and then I was like, well, if it's an odd number, then there's still 1 left over. So now even 40, well, I'm not 40, I'm only 42, but 3+ decades later, I have to do things in even numbers so nothing is left over and sad. And this is like inanimate objects. Like things that, like, would not care. But my brain still pairs them up and be like, okay, so everyone needs a friend. Everyone needs to be able to have somebody. So that's how my brain works. You should be able to get that podium, no problem. Well, Jason would probably rather have Laura's brownies than the day-old Taco Bell she tends to leave out. That is not good, Mark. You gotta stop getting smacked in the head. Oh, Sunday, so you'll have the day off? Those are always the best birthdays, where you don't have to bother working or anything, you can just enjoy the day. I have a feeling this day 3 is going to go poorly. But that's why we have 2 counselors. I have to hit Jason 160 times, he's got to hit me like 5. It's really fair. Okay, so we know he's headed to the kids next. I have no idea where Chrissy's gonna be. So we'll probably just take Chrissy and go hang out by the kids. Or Mark, depending on who's closer. Because we don't want to run into him on a path. If we run into him on a path, it's just mash and hope you can get like 6 bars in instead of 5. Because since I can't jump, we can't avoid damage. I did speedrun DuckTales, yeah, that was a long time ago. My time wasn't exactly very impressive, but I did. And Little Nemo is a game it's on my very short list of new ones to learn. Probably either that or Simon's Quest would be the next fresh game. But I do want to go back and try to get a sub 18 on Nightmare on Elm Street eventually. The big problem I have with speedrunning, though, is the Jaws grind. For the Jaws any percent run, you have to be on a script up until the Jaws fight, and basically, like, if you're a quarter second off on a movement, or you kill an enemy in the wrong spot, or at the wrong frame, well, not frame perfect, we got the frame perfect double kill was routed out. But if you kill an enemy at the wrong time or when it's in the wrong zone, you have to reset. And that was like a 2-month grind, maybe even closer to 3 before I got that record. And that was, I think, August 2022. And my plan for streaming was I was gonna always be speedrunning something. And then after Jaws, I haven't really done any serious speedruns. It took it that much out of me. Oh, I put way too much ice in here, that's freezing. I'd say create any solid food. For me, I primarily just drink water. Alright, this is the hard part, aside from my chair being really loud and obnoxious. Okay, so Mark is still there, Chrissy's still here. Wait a minute. He should be through. This could backfire. But we dropped Mark. Jason is going to go, he's going up to the left in the cave, so he's probably, he's likely in the top right cabin of the cave loop right now. He'll have to go through the large cabin in the bottom right, he'll have to go in the cave, and then he will end up with Mark. Now, the counselors during day and dusk will rotate every 90 seconds. So, I'm hoping Jason doesn't end up, he ends up hitting Mark in that cabin there. And if he doesn't and he gets through to the kids, well, then he ran by before I could get Mark in there. I waited too long. And he won't run by this house. We're too far away from the dock, and he's going to be coming in from the bottom. So ideally, within the next 10 seconds or so, we'll hopefully be hearing that buzzer. There we go. Alright, now this is gonna suck. This is gonna be like, probably... Actually, this could be longer than 8 minutes. I'm gonna guess maybe 10 to 12 minutes of just dodging Jason and hitting him with one rock at a time. I'm not gonna try the long dodge here. That's just asking for death. So here when Jason leaves the corner, we do our dodge. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then hit him as he backs up. Basically, I try to, if I see myself moving to the left at the same time Jason moves to the left as he's leaving the corner, I know I've got a pretty good shot at getting my second dodge done, and holy crap, Chaser, that was so well timed. I'm hoping, I did jump on that one, and I'm hoping the jump was actually visible on camera. Hey, Descents, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I have the volume set where it, I think they call it a limiter, so it keeps it from being too loud on stream. But I'm guessing my daughter, whose bedroom is above me right now, probably heard that. But it's not anywhere near her bedtime yet. I can hear her giggling with her friends on the phone. That was good, though. Was there some momentary confusion on my face there? Because it was already in the middle of the battle. And I was like, why am I hearing this sound again? Then I realized, wait a minute, it's coming from my left. That's the speakers, that's not the TV. That was well done. Yep, I do have snowflakes for winter. I actually had a rain one for spring too, but I wasn't very happy with how the rain one looked. But I mean, you can't really be too picky when it's very difficult to find free to use, like royalty-free leaves and snowflakes. Because like that's not something I feel like I'd have the animation skill to make. Good old Jaws. Uh-oh. We're not even a fourth of the way through yet, Mark. That is unacceptable. Oh boy, Mark's gonna die. Then it's gonna be all up to Chrissy, and Jason's barely gonna have a dent in him. I'm gonna lose my first attempt on this and have to do another one. We're gonna have to do this all over again. I'm gonna be sad. Hey Biceps, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. My thought on the on Jason being purple and teal was PGH Guitar Guy had found a poster that was rumored to be the one that Atlas used to design him, and it makes Jason look purple and teal. Like, we never had any official confirmation on it, but I really like that story. I've actually seen there's box art for like an old beta version of the game or an early version where Mark was actually named Tommy and Jason looked more like a paper cutout. And in the bottom left of the map, instead of trees, they had what looked like a graveyard. There was a whistle and a couple other items in the game that all got cut for some reason. Okay, my hand is really starting to get... It's really getting, feeling the pain. Metal Blade is probably my favorite weapon for Mega Man 2. It works on so many bosses. Yeah, I don't know where PGH found that, but we were talking about it once on a stream, and he mentioned that, and then he sent that to me, and he sent the box, the early version of the box, and it's like it'd be so cool to talk to someone that worked on this, like that worked as one of the programmers or designers for this, to see what the plan was for those things, if they'd even remember. Soon they were probably working on that stuff back in like late 88, early 89. I don't know how long the actual development of this game was. Oh, I looked up at my health bar. I'm like, sweet, he's over half dead. And they're like, oh wait, no, that's me. Jason's still in quite good shape. Two, missed. Gotta make sure I'm hitting with these rocks, because there's a... At some point, my hand is just gonna be like, no, we're not gonna keep dodging like this for 20 minutes. You're gonna stop. You have to throw the rock. Throw the rock, Mark, please. I beg you. For some reason, this is like... This should not be physically physical exertion? Words? Like, I'm feeling myself starting to get really warm. And that could be because I'm wearing a hoodie over a normal sweatshirt because I wanted to be fancy. Hey Jet, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Yep, we are not allowed to jump. So we just killed everyone but Mark and Chrissy. I mean, technically I could do this with anyone, but I like to use counselors that can move faster side by side, and we're not going to use Laura. Side to side. So we just get, once there's 2 counselors left, or Jason has 7 bars or left, you fight to the death. So we just kill everyone else off intentionally to make sure every fight is a fight to the death. I wonder if does my youngest daughter has a pink hoodie, but it's a kid's one, and it's not plain. It's got a Derpy Barb. It's a shirt from Cheeseball's merch store with a Derpy Barb on it. And she's been wearing that every day for school now that it's fall and it's starting to get cooler. She wears her Derpy Barba every day. Yeah, I've got so many misadventures of Laura that I still need to make. And unfortunately not enough free. Like, each one of those takes anywhere between 2 and 5 hours, depending on how elaborate the animation is. Like, my favorite one, the one where Tails propellers her, is that one took, I think, about 5 hours. I could do Punch-Out, but it would end at Soda Popinski. I know he's got that punch delay, and even though I know it's coming, I still cannot dodge him. It's both pathetic and absolutely hilarious. Like, if I beat him, I can usually get to... Like, I can usually beat Don too. I think more often than not, I end up making it to Macho Man. I really should learn how Punch-Out works before my reaction time starts to drop as I get older. Yep, use the torch to cook the cornflakes is from the Wilfred Brimley ROM hack. Someone made a ROM hack of this game and changed Jason into Wilfred Brimley. And instead of you win for now, it's eat flakes for now, use the torch to light the fireplaces, use the torch to cook the cornflakes. It's... like, it's in the Venn diagram of people who know how to make ROM hacks, people who like this game, and then people who like Wilfred Brimley. You would not expect there to be any overlap in the middle of that. But we had one genius person. Hey Steven, welcome in. Thanks for the good luck. Hope your Wednesday's going well. Oh nope, this is all 3 days, no jumping. So I would like to... I'm trying to see, as far as at least previously, Stream Elements only gave me 1 wheel, so I couldn't save multiple wheels, but if I can find another... Like, there's got to be another wheel program out there. I'd like to do one where the challenge changes by day, because I think that would add a lot of... Like, most of these challenges, like, yeah, no jumping is a red challenge. It is very difficult, but I'm not in danger of getting, like, a game over. The only challenges I really... Well, God runs, I doubt I'll ever get another God run in my life. Getting one was still... incredible, and probably even getting that is probably still bigger than getting the first Immortal clear. But like, I don't really like, if I fail a challenge, it's because I'm resetting. It's not because I'm getting game over. And I think changing by the day could end up screwing things up so badly where it would give me a higher chance of just straight up failing. Yeah, the carpal tunnel is feeling real right now. he's still got so much health. How did I shift to the left a little bit? Let's get back in the middle. I like to be in the middle, not the left. It's for me, I mean, it's wherever works for whoever is playing. For me, I've just got so much muscle memory built up from being in the middle that this is where I choose to be. Got him. This is the worst part of this challenge, is day 3. Oh, thanks, Jed. Yeah, I've got a lot of different challenges. And pretty much, I think all of them are community suggested, too. Well, yeah, I was a little worried I wouldn't be able to glance over, but when he does his backup, I know I've got, like, a second and a half to quick read. Like, I can't read longer posts, but I can glance over and check quicker ones. And hopefully I read them correctly. Because I'm just kind of like glancing at a couple words and then trying to piece everything together in my head quick. Come on, let's see another bar of your health go away, Jason. There we go. That's, looks like 25 more. I lost counter. Okay, my left arm is like starting to tingle. Let's try to shake that out a little bit. 20. Yeah, after this we'll take a very quick break from the wheel to see if my NES Advantage works. Now, unplugging the, I believe unplugging the, since it takes both controller ports, I think unplugging my dog bone is going to mess up the input display for after, but that's not a problem. I can just turn off the input display for the rest. I could, but like spinning it with some challenges, they don't really fit well together. Like some of them require me to do things like in some of them I kill everybody, and then if I end up killing Paul in one challenge and then I roll day 2, you have to do no hit Paul. They don't really mix. So I'd have to set up a day-by-day wheel with in a way that it would that anything I can do can flow into the next day. Like all items, you can't really do all items in one day here because you can only get the sweater on day 2 and the pitchfork on day 3 kind of thing. So there'd be a lot of changing things up. Oh man, that hurts so much. Okay, we're 2 for 2 on the night. My arm is asleep. Thanks for the GG's, Majin. Chris? Thanks for the GG's, Steven? Oh, that hurts. Yeah, hurts so good. Well, it's only my left hand. Thanks, Pops? Oh, jeez. Okay, we're gonna give it a second here. Get a little more way too cold water. I still want to know how Jason lost a chunk of his left leg there. That's always bugged me since I was a kid. A hunk of his left leg is cut out. Alright. So, let's see if my NES Advantage actually works. Got it right here. Holy Holy buckets! Thank you for joining as a camp counselor, Majin. Much appreciated. Enjoy the emotes, enjoy the badge, enjoy the early access to all videos. I usually try to post them on like anywhere between Wednesday and Friday for the week. It's primarily always just gameplay stuff, but... Oh no! Okay, I caught it. We almost lost the dog bone controller. Alright. Why isn't this plugging in? The moment of truth. Okay, it's start. A. Player 1. Let's turn it off and on. It's on player 1. Why isn't it working? Oh, it's working! Oh, beans! Wait, I had to switch it to player 2. Yeah, it only works when it's on player 2. Oh, did I put the wires in the wrong side? Oh, well, it works. That's all I care about. Okay. Alright, we've got the NES Advantage. Yeah, getting the cabin fights can be, when you're not used to, I mean, there's a reason for the speedrun for any percent. No one does cabin fights, or like when we have so many any percent runners, and an overwhelming majority of them will get crushed if they have to do cabin fights, because it's just not something that you bother to learn. Two is fine. All right. This is the first time I've ever used a NES Advantage. I'm hoping we've got some very good fails that are going to be coming up here. Hey, which one's jump? I gotta hold my real... Okay, that's jump. A is jump. I don't even know what button does what. I'm so used to I'm so used to the controller. All right. We got Chrissy here. We're just gonna do a normal playthrough here with the advantage. I can actually turn off the input display right now. Where's the input display? There it is. Boom, gone. Now we can see the little stars that were between the wheel and the camera. Okay, so Paul's here, Mark is way over there. This seat is kind of poop. Start. This is going to go so poorly. Oh, the mashing is awful. Hey, a key. I'm definitely going to want to grab some vitamins on this one. Hey, a vitamin. Where are we? Okay, we're over here. I need my knife, please. One knife. Whee! Oh, there is turbo. I wonder if that's the problem. Do I have turbo, like, at a slow setting? Oh, I can't use turbo, though. I gotta be all me. What am I... Was I going to light a fireplace? Yeah, let's try this again. Turn. Nope. Up and right. Select. Hey, I got it. Oh, I wonder if the dial... I wonder if that's what the issue is. Hey, JR, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Let's try to turn that dial up. Maybe that's why my mash was so slow. The dials were... both turbo dials were really far down. They were like, looked like they were as low as possible. And it could just be that my mash just will not function on this. Uh-oh. That's okay, we're gonna let Jason bop someone. We don't care about whoever's getting hit, we just want to get our torch. That's select. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been like, tap, 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 tap. Wait a minute. Does Retro Spy have a NES Advantage option? Oh, bummer. They just have NES controller, dog bone, and power glove. And power pad. No NES Advantage. Wait, did I get the note in here? I did. Hey, I want the vitamin. Why is it way back here? Alright, so we'll get the torch. Select. Nope, that was start. Alright, we got a torch. Who's he attacking? He's all the way over there. Hey, it works! It's actually, the dodging there isn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. It might actually be easier. Because I don't have to worry about, like, my finger slipping off one side of the D-pad. Yeah, there's a... Oh, I wonder if maybe... Yeah, there's a dial. There's the two dials. I don't know what these little buttons do here. There's these two buttons here. Does that turn on turbo? What does that do? And then there's a slow button. I'm not sure what slow does either. Yeah, that was not as bad as I was expecting it to be. Oh, they set the turbo. Okay. I was expecting that to be a lot worse. Now let's swap to Chrissy. Alright, so we're just gonna wait right here for Jason. Okay. Okay, that's how the turbo works. No, Chrissy, don't throw it at his feet. Nope. So we can still buddy crow. Yeah, I figured out how turbo works on this now. But I don't want to use turbo. It's got to be all me. You suck, Jason. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have a NES Max. The one I'm really excited about, though, is if I ever start playing like the games like 1942 Galaga, I've got this like joystick controller. Not a joystick, like a flight stick. And assuming that one works, that seems like it could be a blast to play those kind of games with. Like do Over Horizon with that. Alright. Crap, where is he? He was on the cave route. He's in the forest. Since it's dusk, I'm not going to bother running into the forest here. That's just asking for trouble. So we're going to run into about 19 zombies first. And then we're going to go over here. Yeah, I could see that with like Blades of Steel or just NES Hockey or whatever the game's called. I wanted to get those 2 extra vitamins, but okay. There's 2 vitamins down in this section of the map. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Yeah, well, 4. Got him. 5, 6, 7. 8. Oh, throw the torch. Got him. Yeah, Jason we just keep resetting the game and smacking him around. Why are you starting way over here, Chrissy? Yeah, he didn't even get to use his toothbrush yet. Uh-oh. Okay, there should be a vitamin. And another vitamin over here somewhere. We'll come back for you. I can hear you screaming in the cabin, but I want the vitamin. Alright, they should be... Yep, just to the right. Perfect. It's George. This should be fun now. If he starts going really fast... Yeah, the Q-tip of fire always wins over toothbrush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Nope, just 5. 6. Here it comes. Oh, you got nothing, Jason. Alright, I want to try to do a hitless path fight with this, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to deal with a knife over here. If we just stand right here. Oh, whoops. Uh-oh. Whee! Oh, yep. Come back here. Guess I couldn't try that because there was a knife that was just sitting right in the way. We have a dog named George. We don't call him Jorge. Nope, not gonna risk that. We are going to go this way. Did I get this one? Alright, I got this knife. This is where we're gonna try our hitless path fight. Standing in the right spot. I just would really like a zombie on screen to let me know when he's coming. Hey, stop that. Go! Oh boy! This is so awkward! No! No! I do not have the same precision that I'm used to with this. Alright, there we go. That's a 9-hitter. I've got the vitamins, we should be fine. Uh-oh. Got him. Well, thanks, JR. Yeah, if you ever have any questions on how anything in the game works, definitely feel free to ask. I'm always happy to share what I've learned about this, or really any game, but this is the only one that I feel like I have any knowledge that's worth anything in. Thanks for the GGs, Chris, Majin. Yeah, definitely, that was an effort. That's, I will say that was it was a good try. Not being able to have the precision I'm used to on those damage, trying to do a hitless path fight that was so weird. Like the joystick isn't as responsive as I'm used to. But yeah, I think I think for next week I'll try to remember to add the Advantage on there. I'll probably give that yellow. Uh-oh. Put that up here for now. And we'll plug back in the dog bone. There we go. Brute Force and Ignorance. That seems like a viable name for the NES Advantage. Alright, let's see what we get here. No Immortal, no God Run. I mean, technically... This one's gonna be slow. I mean, I do get... If I get hit, we reset. I get 2 tries before the challenge fails. This is no-hit Paul. I don't have to worry about... I can let other counselors die. I have to remember that. I don't have to save all of the kids. The problem is you want to have all the counselors alive, because that means more cabins for Jason to stop in. We got no-hit Paul. And you gotta be really careful. You have to make sure you get the torch before night, because if you take a slow counselor into the woods, you're gonna get eaten by wolves. And I have done a... I think it was actually with Paul. Yeah, that person's toast. I have done a no-hit path fight with Paul once, but it's very RNG reliant based on what Jason's doing. As long as he's backing up and moving slow enough, you're fine. Yeah, oh, that's right, we need a key. I'm sorry, my counselor friend. I just hope it's Laura that's getting attacked. Yeah, it's so much... It's an entirely different animal trying to do no-hit runs with a slow counselor, because you can't use path fights. And I like path fights. They make me happy. Alright. We've got our torch. Let's take a look at the rest of the counselor layout here. Who's dying? Good, it's not Chrissy. Oh, sorry, Mark. Okay. Is Debbie going to move or not? I feel like it's somewhat likely that Debbie moves. Because she'll move every 90 seconds. Gotta watch out for crows. This way, if he attacks Debbie, we'll be set. We're partway there. If he doesn't, then we can just wait here until he hits the kids. Because right now he's going around the lake loop. Yeah, it was Mark, which is unfortunate, but really he doesn't matter in this run. Uh-oh. See, it's feeling like Debbie... Nope, Debbie's still there. Why are you not attacking yet? Or did she just move now? Oh, it's about time, Jason. Alright, so we're gonna get the zombie spawns to hit from the right. And then we just let them... we can use them as blockades. This is a lot easier on day 2 and 3 because they move so much faster. You're fine, Debbie. Alright, finally. We start taking it to Jason. Oh, yep, they move every 90 seconds during the day and at dusk, and every 150 seconds at night. Now, time doesn't pass while you're in a cabin, but like while you're over on the overworld, in the forest, in the cave, time will pass then. Or it also passes while you're fighting Jason on a path. Now, this is the rough part here. you have to be really careful not to run into Jason, because he's going to be off to the left, and then he's taking the same path I want to take to get to the kids. And if you get too far ahead, you're going to run into him on the path and fail. But if you don't go quick enough, you're going to lose a bunch of kids. Let's actually get the zombies spawning from that side. Actually, we can kill the... It's 6 zombie spawns before a crow shows up. So you can actually kill 5 zombies and then boom, crow. Well, then you leave the last one alive and you can avoid the crow. That was really close. 1, 2... Already killed 60 zombies. 4, that was a tight squeeze. Alright, we're at 43, so we don't have to worry about Jason popping through. We get our 2 zombies, and now the crow will block Jason from showing. He would normally show at 33 there, but since we have a crow on screen, he can't. Unfortunately, the timer dropped below 30, so we did lose a kid. I know nobody would want to be in a relationship with Laura. No one likes Laura. Come on, where are you? Alright, he's got a banana. 2, 3, 4... 5... 6... 7... Alright, so now he's going to the forest. And we didn't, unless we hear a buzzer very shortly, yes! That's perfect, we want him attacking that bottom right cabin. Now I'm not gonna follow him into the forest like I'd normally be doing with a path fight counselor. But this is still an extra fight we can get. Why couldn't you have been where Mark was, Laura? I mean, George definitely seems like a happy guy. He's got that goofy grin. Alright, one more battle and we're done with day 1. Alright, so no matter what happens here, even if Debbie moves, she's going to be moving to the next cabin down the line, which would be the one George is in right now. So we will be ending day 1. Assuming I don't die, or not die, but get hit. We will be ending... Uh-oh. That's too close. We will be ending day 1 somewhere on this path here. Right now, Jason's in the South Forest. He'll come out of the South Forest, go to the left, and hit that bottom middle cabin. So we're just gonna wait here until that buzzer goes off. And we're gonna get out of that screen to keep the crow from hitting. Now let's turn the zombie around. And here we go, Debbie. He does kind of look like one of the bobbleheads from Fallout. Because is that... No, Pip-Boy is the name of the thing they wear on their hand, isn't it? Or is that the name of the actual character on the bobbleheads? That was a really bad dodge. I felt like I've got something crawling on my foot right now. I almost dodged way too early. Missed. Alright, Paul has survived day 1. Oh boy, that's it. Right, and George is still there. That's really good. That's really good. So Jason will be attacking George shortly. So we're just gonna wait here until that happens. And if I'm really quick, I should be able to get a large cabin fight in here too. Yeah, little Debbie didn't share her snacks. She didn't bring any donut sticks or Star Crunches. Slow down, Jason. This is so much nicer to be using a real controller. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we are 5 out of 12 battles in. Here goes nothing. We're gonna run. Jump the zombie. Made it. See, this is beautiful, because now we've got an extra cabin fight in here. And this saves a lot of time if we can get this. Well, I've got to find him first. But if I don't get hit on this path fight, that'll save an entire sitting and waiting for him to show up somewhere. There we go. I know you're in here, Jason. 3, 4, 5. Nope, just 5. Oh, that was it. Halfway point. Yep, we're gonna hopefully keep getting you with more. Yeah, I got some, Reese's Star Crunches. I think my wife would love those. I know I got some apple cinnamon donut sticks, and my oldest daughter took all of them. And so we gotta wait for Jason to get out ahead. Alright, that should be enough time. Did I just spawn a crow? Whoa, that was way too close. Almost walked right into that zombie. Alright, so let's take it nice and easy here. 1, 2, 3. I want to make sure I'm close to the dock, though, because we don't want to get stuck with hit with a crow. If the crow comes in from really high, it's incredibly difficult to hit that thing with the torch. So now we're just gonna hang out here, wait for Jason. Let's see, he was on the forest route, so he goes to the cave next. He's got his toothbrush. We have our fire. Bam. Alright, 7 out of 12 battles down. Come on. 1, 2, 3, stop. 2, 3, stop. Alright, so now we know he's going to the cave. So I want to dip into this small cabin over here. And see if we have anyone at the cave. We don't have George. So we have nobody at all at the cave loop. Unfortunately, especially with losing Mark earlier, you've got one less counselor to stop him, and I've noticed this a lot when I'm doing challenges with only a slow counselor. They tend to congregate on the side of the map where Jason isn't. It's like the cabin Chrissy's in, he doesn't go in anyway. Debbie on the forest route. Laura, he doesn't go in this cabin at all. George, he will after he leaves the cave. I mean, after he leaves the kids from the cave route. But by then, he's gonna move. So here at this point, there is really no reason for us to do anything but sit here and go back to the kids. Because he's going to be doing an entire path around the map before he'll hit the kids. So instead of waiting, we can just go there right now. We've got our buddy Crow from the right. The Crow spawns right away at dusk, so unfortunately this is going to be a lot of cabin hopping. Which is fine, because the day is over after this fight anyway. So unfortunately, time doesn't pass. Like, Jason stands still when I'm in a cabin here. So every time I go back in, he stops moving. But now that it's night, we do get 2 zombie spawns before the Crow appears. I'd like to think he hates Laura the most because the rest of us do, but he just attacks whoever's on his path. Yeah, no one wanted to be around Jason. We were all avoiding him. Come on. George does have a little bit of a Norm look to him. That and the Fallout. Because I gotta be up for work in 7 hours. I'm already yawning. Hurry up, Jason. Finally. I mean, it's still possible I take a hit here and have to restart the challenge for the second attempt. 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 4 more to go. 3, 2. Will you slow down, please? That's better. Alright, on to day 3. Okay, so he was on the cave route. He'll be on the forest route next. And good, Debbie is right there. Yeah, he's on the I kind of had to stop for a second. I'm like, wait, is he on the cave route? Because if he's on the cave route, he's heading right where I was. And that would have ended the run right there. It would have been very sad. Alright, so who do we have here? We got George. There. So hopefully that did not kick Debbie out where I was hoping it would. She ended up way up there. Huh. Oh well. 4 more battles to go. Jason's definitely eating his Wheaties here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 more battles to go. I like to think the poster theory is the correct one. From my understanding, they really didn't know much about Friday the 13th. It wasn't exactly a huge IP in Japan or anything like that. Alright, George. Uh-oh. I was worried since we got in the fight there, he was gonna pop up in the right out here. Now, I am just gonna sit here. I don't I don't know if George is gonna move in time. I believe if George moves, he will go into that bottom middle cabin, I think. But if he doesn't, I want to stay close to the lake, because we're gonna just have to run back by the kids anyway. But I'd love to hear him attack George right now. I said I'd love to hear him attack George right now. It doesn't seem like he's gonna attack George. Yeah, he didn't move. Alright, so new plan. 2, 3, and stop. 1, 2, 3, and stop. Unfortunately, no hit Paul is a lot of this. Eventually, I will get no map again, and I'll be happy. I love no map. And I'd probably be pretty rusty at that, too. No map, you're always looking at the background to see what pattern of trees and mountains and cave you're looking at. The crow spawns at dusk is a pretty cool phrase. Sounds very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not refined. I don't know, my brain isn't functioning. But I like the way it sounds. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that is battle 10 out of 12. Well, No Hit Laura was a community challenge. People had to do, I think it was a total of 100,000 channel points donated on Twitch to get me to do a No Hit Laura run. And that was just wrong and bad. Let's see, he was on the forest, he's going to the cave now. The question is there even anybody at the cave? That'll work. Whew, I almost didn't make it down there in time. Okay, you don't have much time to stop. With how much quicker those zombies move, you're in a little bit of trouble. Like, you don't have much time to throw and then keep moving. Alright, 2 battles left. Got him. Got him. I have no idea what the count is here, but it doesn't really matter. We'll just keep hitting him. I'm not gonna do the thing where you try to hit him when he stops in front of you before he swings his axe. That's way too risky this late in a run. Okay, well, you die already. It is like a bidet of evil. Listen to Buffy, she knows. Oh, we saved Child Jason. Laura is actually the real evil in Crystal Lake. Alright, very nice. So Jason will be attacking on that path. But I just want to wait and let him have plenty of time to get out in front. Probably just wait till he attacks the next counselor. 3, 4. Let's hear that attack buzzer. Sarah Michelle Gellar's Buffy. Uh-oh. Okay, good. That could have been really bad if I jumped into that knife. We're fine now, though. The zombie's moving at the same speed. Nothing else can appear on the screen. And we're in. Last battle, assuming I don't get hit here. Lots of cabin fights tonight. This is the day of the cabin. Alright, 11 hits, and we're done. Ten. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And there we go. 3 out of 3 3 out of 3 challenges complete tonight. My hands are sweaty.